Not like we're professionals or anything.
Speak about yourself.
This is how it is. This is how it is. This is how it is. This is how it is.
He's doing it.
This is how it is. This is how it is. This is how it is. Today on Pop Culture Minefield. This is how it is. Today. This is how it is. Today on Pop Culture Minefield.
The following people are gay.
Oh, it's us. That's who it is. Hi, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good hump day. It's always good to get one good hump in every week. Once a week. Who's all here? What do we got? We got FKHC 2005. That's Tim, isn't it?
Yep.
It
Let's
is.
give him a video.
Okay.
I
Wait.
love catching Martin unprepared.
Okay. I found it. Here we go.
By what name are you known?
There are some who call
Some
me.
who called me Timmy.
No, now go away, or I shall taunt you a second time.
Second time. I love the way he says second time. Snort of Poopins is here. Hello, Snort. Just another red shirt has joined us in the chat, although it would be nice if he joined us on the show. And then, of course, the lovely Penny is here. And I'm going to get a video. I'm going to do it today. Remind me after the show. I'm going to get a video for her. She deserves one. And so welcome, everybody, to our middle of the week.
I'm going to do it
As they say in German, Midwoch, middle of the week. Okay, and so I guess, is there enough people here for the surprise? Shall I surprise everybody?
Go on with it.
Go on with it? Or you mean hold it longer, hold off, or to do it now?
Oh, that's what she said. I don't know.
Do it.
Whatever,
Do it now.
whatever
Say
pleases
that.
you. Whatever pleases you the most.
Say, do it now.
Do it.
Martin, are you okay? All right, there it is, guys.
Hey,
Hi, guys.
nice camera trick.
Anima is here, guys, sitting next to me, and my hand is firmly on her calf right now.
The slap that you just heard, that was me hitting him on the
Yeah,
shoulder.
she actually hit me.
For
so-
background. My teddy bear, so my hand has to do.
Yes, I'm coming out as gay for my girlfriend.
I knew it. All right.
You always suspected I was gay. Oh,
That
see,
was
Penny
not-
likes it.
That was not a secret, buddy.
Penny,
I always tell her that I'm gay for her. I'm so gay. And now she knows where that joke kind of comes from, is from Nick Frost, when Shaun in Shaun of the Dead is finally being romantic with Liz. And Nick's like under his breath goes, "Guy." He does it twice. He does it in the pub upstairs and then when he's downstairs, all bloody from being attacked by zombies. He does it again. Hey, Space Fwaggle. That's Fwaggle. Fwaggle.
Is that somebody new?
Space Fwaggle. Well, that's a new name to me.
Fargo.
So Space Fwaggle has landed.
Welcome.
My
was the
my
big
latest
guy. He-
channel member.
Oh,
Space Fwaggle.
outstanding.
Yes.
Yeah, we welcome.
Oh, yeah, that's why it's got the little chain link at the top. If you look at that, you can't see it here, but you see it over here to the right. There's a chain link. That means it's coming in from the live show from Stephen's channel. Deleted scenes. And you know what? He may be deleted scenes, but he's got shit all for bloopers.
I do not have a blue.
I am-
Well, the whole
I am
channel's a
very much-
blooper reel. So
I am a Sasquatch, and now that Anima is next to me, she's like, "You are really, really tall, and you're really big." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a giant human being.
He said when he picked me up from the airport, "You're not too small."
You're not too small." I was worried she was going to be so small I'd break her, but she's.
He tried.
But I did tell her that I could fit her into a backpack or a baby carrier and throw her on my back and walk around with her like Luke Skywalker did with Yoda.
You're too lazy.
Shinatsky, join us on the show. Or are you at work? He's at work. Man, I wish you were here, dude.
It'll be fine.
So we found out something interesting because Shinatsky and I had our first production meeting with Tom Conkle for The Darker, my vampire story, my 80s style vampire story that's got some comedy in it, but the comedy is there as reactions to the crazy, horrifying shit going on around you. And we had our first production meeting. Tom loves the story, everything about it. He had some issue with the script. After I looked at the final script, I'm like, oh yeah, we have to do a complete rewrite on this. This is a fucking mess. And we pieced it together because I wrote certain parts and the ending. I wrote the beginning, a little in the middle, and the ending, the third act. And I had two other writers working with me who I love deeply. And but their writing doesn't work. It didn't work at all. So we got to redo it. And Isaac's going to follow my lead on how I write in order to do his part. So he's going to basically replicating what I do. But Tom Conkle loves the story. He enjoyed the humor. The relationships are great. And it's something that I focus on in my storytelling. It's like, what's the point of doing a horror film if you don't give a shit about the people who might die? And Tom is of the same ilk, as is Shinatsky, which is why he's my partner on this. So, yay. So that's all that's here right now.
So you have a patsy.
Yes, if everything goes wrong, it's Shinatsky's fault.
That's his fault.
So there you have it. And it was a great meeting. It lasted 3 hours. And we're only halfway done with the script. We still have to do the other half of the script. So that's another 2 to 3 hour meeting. So I took it in the end. And by the way, Anima
Look at in the end.
did a literal
Oh.
Anima did a literal backdoor entrance.
Yes.
When they loaded her on the plane because they were late, they got her to go down a ramp with some of the other passengers, and they had to go into the rear entrance of the plane.
Yeah. The plane had to enter through a back door.
Yeah, for once, it's not my fault, she says. So overall, Tim, it'll be a 6-hour production meeting. Yeah, basically, I'm the lead writer on the project for now. In the end, I'm sorry if you hear that.
Nope.
That's her
Nope.
phone. She's on speaker. So, okay, you didn't hear the walking. Okay, good. Thank you. You had characters you liked that died in the story. There are characters. What's really funny, I won't tell you what it is, but there's a scene where I intended to kill 2 characters. And as I wrote the scene, I fell in love with the characters so much I couldn't bring myself to kill them. So I had to create other characters to die in the film.
See.
So. And there comes a part in the story where you're just going to see a slaughter of a lot of people because it's just going to go wackadoodle overboard as it goes into the third act. And it's going to be a kick-ass, horrifying vampire. It's not going to be sparkly vampires.
Thank God. I would hit you for that.
It's, my vengeance will be swift and brutal. It's, you know, because Tom and I had a good conversation about Isaac when Isaac was around, so I got to talk behind his back. And I got to say all the nice things I like to say about Isaac when he's not there, because I don't want him to hear me compliment him. I like to keep him wondering.
You know he's in the chat, right?
Yes, I know. I'm saying it for his pleasure and amusement. So, and by the way, the two of the main characters in the story are actually a mother and daughter. And
Hello.
Did we lose to Martin?
Apparently, yeah. For a moment there, I thought I had lost connection, but no, the two of them.
Okay, well then that worked. My takeover of the show is nearly complete. Unless, of course, Martin, you would like to stay
Oh
on.
no,
as
I
spectators.
I pledge total allegiance to you. So
Of course, I demand it. You know that. All right. Well, yeah, we have the chat. Like I said, Space Fraggle is joining us from my channel's chat. He's my latest channel member. Good to be here, sir. Tim, good to see you. Jana Banana, first time I'm seeing you in any of the chats. Hope you enjoy the show. Penny, of course. Sonora Poopas Q Berg's been here since the beginning. And we have Sinatsky in the chat as well. So good to see everybody. All right. The show's over. Good night. No.
yeah,
No. We're not getting out of this that easy.
they are pulling
no.
Ocean.
Yeah.
They're pulling an Ocean 11 on us. Just when he was about to say what he wanted to say, poof, out of the air. Well, let us hope they can solve that quickly.
Indeed.
So, what entertaining news do you have for us, Deleted Scene? How's been your life this week? Oh,
sorry,
there they are.
it's on the phone. It interrupts our ability.
Our
to
guests
be on-
are back.
Oh, okay. For some reason, that phone line just takes all the internet. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay. That's why we were kicked off for a bit. So we're back. No, that's all right. Jana Banana is here. Greetings. Greetings, Miss Banana.
Is she from Season 2?
No,
Nope.
there's no link over her.
Losing track of names here.
He is in our show's chat.
I love the nickname.
And
Yeah.
hello to Red Shirt.
Jana Banana. Hey, Deep Bud's here. What's
Hey,
up, Deep Bud? How you doing?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. She can hit me now.
Yes, here. And I do. Frequently.
That's an arbitrary smack for whatever next I'm going to say.
Oh, what you said in the past. I forgot my list in Vienna.
She's from the home country of Adolf. Oh, you already hit me.
You are
No,
within
I
striking distance, sir.
get what I deserve. So you got to hold off the next nasty, gnarly thing I say. You have to hold off. Oh my God. So, all right, I got to check see if this video is done. It is done. So I'm going to upload this for you, Martin.
Yes. I'm waiting for it.
I'm waiting for it.
Go it, boss. Go it now.
You
Go it.
motherfucker.
Wow. Sydney Sweeney's boobs are really, she's not the most beautiful girl, but goddamn, she has some nice knockers. I don't know who that is to her right there. TD, you know, our buddy, the Deadpool guy on Twitter. I'm sure you guys follow him. I do.
No.
He posted some really nice knockers today. I guess I can share in a minute,
Jesus Christ.
but I first have to upload. So
You really like the teddy bear smashing, right?
I forgot the teddy bear, unfortunately. I have other stuff here to hit him with. Don't worry.
They're all hard objects, just so you know.
See what Lauren gave me to treat you with?
Yeah, fucking air gun doesn't affect me. I'm not a cat. Although, if you guys didn't know that, I can actually do a high pitch sound so loud that it startles all the cats. They take off in different directions. Like I just did a spray can at them. It's funny as hell.
Because they're doing something.
Well, especially with the big boy, because he's so cocky, and I love to show what a big pussy cat he is.
He's something special.
He's-
It's made up of spare parts.
you know,
Nothing fits.
Lauren and Anima know who my two favorites are. And then, of course, I love Callie. Callie is named Callie because she is a calico. All right, here we go. About to upload this file. Oh, isn't her accent amazing? I love her accent. Yes, you.
Whatever.
What do you mean, whatever?
You're weird.
You're weird. Holy crap, it's 25 megabytes. That's going to take a few minutes.
Yeah.
I'm going to go off camera while I upload. And Tim sent me knockers. Thank you, Tim. I'm closing Facebook Messenger so I won't get alerts anymore. Yes, she appreciates that, Tim. She didn't read what he said. Because I read your messages to her from Facebook, so she knows that you're very sympathetic and empathetic on Liz the cat. Her little baby boy. Let's see. We're going slow. It's at 15%. So, what's this movie we're talking about today? Shaun of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
It's the weirdest spelling of Shaun I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because I know SHAWN and I know SEAN because that's my son's name, and I'm also friends with Sean Young. But his name is Shaun with a U. Also, throughout the film, other than the crazy, and I know he was inspired by Sam Raimi with his quick cuts. Because Sam Raimi is the one who started doing that shit. But I really think this is a great. Are you guys hearing me? I can't hear you guys talking at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is great. They're having a relationship discussion, and it's not like I hate Ed or anything. And then they cut, and you see Ed in the shot, and it'd be nice if we could. And then he yells "fuck" out loud because he's playing a video game. And then Shaun does the same thing about her two best friends. It's not like I hate, hate the two of you. And then they're sitting there too.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Exacerbates. He goes, "What do you mean?" And then she goes to explain what's being exacerbated, and he goes, "No, what does exacerbate mean?" And then to show he's become smarter by the end of the film, he uses the word exacerbate in a sentence. There are a lot of setups and foreshadowing in this film. And almost every bit of humor in it, the jokes are about something that gets paid off later in the film. In fact, one of my favorite payoffs is the visual motif of him walking to the corner shop. And he pretty much replicates after the apocalypse to the beat.
They also have jokes that get repeated in the next two movies.
What about the ending? I love the ending to this movie. And there is a nod to what? Martin?
Oh. I didn't know you were talking to me. I think he's lamenting the death of Ed. Ed's death.
Oh, breaks the heart, but then, well, you'll find out. And these all pay off later because you see people doing their daily routines very zombie-like.
Yep.
And this movie was actually shot on film, but he was using that bluish hue to everything, which I've explained before in filmmaking. The idea of that is to make the skin colors pop.
So you can distinguish better between
Yeah.
zombie and but not in their behavior because he's a zombie himself. He goes through his
Yeah, he goes through his life like a zombie, which you're showing his feet there, and he's walking like a zombie, and then it cuts to him, and he's just him waking up, yawning. And there's his buddy, fucking playing video games. And their roommate, by the way, the actor who plays the housemate in the show, he jumps on, and then he has to get ready for work. And again, quick cuts, and then he closes the mirror all the way because it's not fully closed. And there's his housemate. And with this payoff will come back later, exactly replicated the same way. It's that circular storytelling, which George Lucas loved doing, but I think Edgar Wright's probably better at it. And his housemate hates Nick Frost's character. Once at college, I sold weed once in college to you. I love that.
Why does he hate so much?
Because he considers him a loaf. And he believes that his character is holding Sean back. But to let you know, this guy right there, that is the actual voice of Darth Maul. Even though he did not come back for a solo story. They had somebody else voice him. I think it was the guy that does the game.
Why did he not do it?
I don't know. He wasn't asked. He actually said that in an interview that he wasn't asked.
They didn't think it's important, maybe, to have the same voice actor because it's just a voice.
Hey, Shadow Raven, thanks for popping in, man. Please take care if you're on the East Coast.
He's in the UK.
Please take care over there because you guys are run by insane leftists.
Yeah,
They're communists.
that's true.
That's
And the
a
mayor of
redundant.
London. I don't even want to get going on that motherfucker.
Even
Don't, yeah, exactly. Don't even get me started. Oh, I love this. No, Sean, I'm sorry. He's what? And then he smells it. Oh,
It keeps coming back through the film.
yeah, it's a joke done twice in the film.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'll quit when you stop laughing. And here's the one I told you about that. You see him going to the corner store before work, gives this bum some money, and it's like he's wandering through his life, really not looking at anything.
Because he has routine. The only thing that he fucks up in his routine is he grabs the wrong soda can in the store.
Yeah.
And he looks at it and puts it back and takes out the right one. Everything else, he doesn't look up. He doesn't even look at the people around him. He's like a zombie.
So all these people later, like the bins are laying on the ground, trash spread out. That lady's a zombie, and he just sort of like looks around. He notices the mess, but then goes on about his business, goes into the store exactly the same way. Shot for shot. It's done exactly the same. Edgar Wright did this on purpose. He wanted to create this visual motif of before the zombie apocalypse and after. And I love how he just starts noticing little things. Like we'll see the return of the groom there later.
Oh, hell yeah.
He's on the bus and he notices shit going on the street. Like a guy collapses.
But that's if he notices. But he's on the way to his
Boring zombie job.
Yeah, in sales. So he doesn't care. He notices, but it's like, yeah, whatever.
Another gag I like is he puts a red pin in his pocket and it leaks. So everybody points out he's got red. You got red on you, mate.
You got red on you.
We see this guy later as a zombie right there.
Mhm.
Fucking do it. He's zombie labor later. I was fucking laughing at that. Look who came out on top, bitch. This guy's a complete cunt to him. disrespectful. Connie is here. Kirby 100. Shadow
hey,
of the
Connie.
Raven dropped in temporarily just to say hi. And you'll also spot some guys, like this guy, would go on to bigger careers later after this movie. In fact, Adam and I watched a movie last night, Remains of the Day with Sir Anthony Hopkins. And I pointed out some people, and it shocked me that one of those young people that was young, like so young, she called 30 old, and was, what's her name? She played Sarah Connor in Sarah Connor Chronicles, and she's in House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones.
Huh.
Hetty, something Hetty.
Mm-hmm. Lena.
Lena
Yeah,
Headey.
Lena Hetty. Thank you. She looked like she was 15 years old in that movie. I love the stepdad.
She might
And
have been.
everybody remembers him. He's the head vampire in Underworld.
Oh, it's been a while since I saw it.
I prefer to remember him by other characters in better movies. But okay.
I think it's finished uploading. I'm going to go check. It's done,
Nope.
Martin.
I
It is on my end,
refresh.
so I can turn the camera
Okay.
back on.
Now we're going
So there she is, everybody. Connie, everybody. That's Anima Confusa. She's sitting next to me, and she has ways of making me talk.
Oh my
I also have ways of slapping him when he says something messed up, and it feels good.
Yeah, that's right. He's in Hitchhiker's Guide.
With
I
not
actually
advertising.
enjoyed that film. I know that it's not the miniseries, but I did enjoy it.
It's fun.
No,
This is also
I
the
hate that.
scene. Sorry, go ahead, Martin.
No, you go ahead.
Go ahead,
So
go
I was just about to say, this is also the scene where we first realize that there's something going on. Like there's something going on the TV. There's this special report going on. When Bill Nye walks out of the store, we see the army trucks go by. So that's kind of the first
Right.
inkling that something is not quite right here in merry old England.
And this is where he sees the first zombie. And he's like, what the fuck am I looking at? It's this zombie
Mhm.
across the street chasing these birds to eat them. And then a bus goes by. He's about to bite into it. And this bus goes by, and he's gone
Mhm.
when the bus in traffic is finished passing. And we see that lady later, too. We see many of the characters we see along the way in this film as zombies later.
Yeah. And then there's always the line of, you're dead, or the next time I see him, he's going to be dead. And they are dead. The next time you see them happens throughout.
It seems to be a pretty small town because you see the people alive, then you see the people dead. There's no one else.
Now, he is the actor that was on his TV series. What was it called? Flatted or something like that? Spaced. That was it. And it's a story of a bunch of nerds. He works in like a comic book shop and just like in real life knows a bunch about comics and Star Wars. And it's a really good series. So he brought her into this to play somebody he probably had a relationship with, because it's kind of alluded to that, well, it's like they're not at the right points in their relationships to get together kind of thing. So they're just kind of chummy. And in reality, she is his opposite in the show, in the film. Because later when they cross paths with their team and they pass each other, you
Yeah, I
see
love that.
each person is the equal to the other, including a very young Martin Freeman, who would go on to play Frodo. He was in the original Office series. He's in the Marvel universe.
Sherlock.
Right, the TV series Sherlock. He played Watson.
And of course, you also
I didn't
get
like that show. I didn't like that show, so I always forget it.
Is it the crazy dude playing Sherlock?
What do you mean? It's the show Sherlock.
Yeah.
On the BBC. Cumberbatch.
Yeah, he looks crazy and he pulls off crazy perfectly. I tried that.
And this is another problem he has. He's constantly having to cover himself and lie because he's so stretched thin by everything. Oh, Bilbo.
Hey, Obdulio.
Obdulio, thank you.
Oh.
And also, thank you for naming him Biblio or Biblo.
Where have you been, Obdulio?
I know, it's been a while since we've seen you, dude.
Welcome back. Good to have you again.
We also see the motorcycle guy later, delivery guy, the red helmet.
Mhm.
This film, Edgar Wright, I fell in love with Edgar Wright's filmmaking when he made this film, and I will watch anything that dude. Now, this dude is actually a lot older now. He's gray-haired. He plays the priest in that new Hitman film with the big muscular dude from Galaxy and
Dave
Guardians
Bautista.
of the Galaxy. Yeah, Dave Bautista.
The
I
Killer's
enjoyed
Game.
that fucking movie. I hate admitting that because I don't like Bautista, but god damn it, that was a fun fucking movie.
I've noticed everybody says that. I was surprised I liked it. It's like, okay, I got to see this now.
Because he does a lot of independent stuff I don't like that Hitman movie where he has to catch an Uber, Stuber. That movie is dumb. It was just dumb. I didn't like his character. I didn't like Stuber. I don't like that actor either. I think he's a shitheel leftist bull crap motherfucker.
I've seen him in.
He's one of them that helped lead the charge against removing the Indian character on Apu off of Family. Simpsons. Dark Woods Presents is here. What's up?
Hey, Darkwoods. I like that line. Says, "You called me friend a failed actress and a twat because I did not call her a failed actress."
That's right. And I like her too. She was in The Office as well. She was the secretary that Martin Freeman fell in love with on the show. He is so under stress. And in this scene, the boiling teapot. I love this. Get fucked, Four Eyes. Oh my God. I don't know what he means. He says, why don't you marry her? And so I don't know what he meant by that. And she knows. Look at that face. She knows that he is secretly in love with her and has been sabotaging SHAUN throughout their life, before the story and in the story. His stress, my laughter.
That's mean.
By the way, we have his and hers coffee cups now. There you go. We're enjoying some delicious coffee.
I can't believe how long it stays hot.
Or as Mr. Trump would say, café. And it is yummy. It just absolutely crushes him. And they always go to the Winchester Arms, which is ironic. And he brings it up in an interview that there is an actual bar 1 block away named the Winchester. And they claimed that their bar is supposed to be the bar in the film, that it's based on their bar. And it's like, no, it's not. It's just,
why would they do that?
They named it Winchester Arms because there's a Winchester hung above the bar.
But why would they claim it's their bar? That's so simple to go
and marketing.
Tell people
it's pure marketing. That's why. They can't sue over it, but they can claim it, and therefore it's good sales for them. It's like, fuck her for breaking up with you. And poor Simon Pegg's character, Sean, in this. Shall I do Clyde? He does Clyde the orangutan from Every Which Way But Loose.
Oh.
Clint Eastwood. Look at it. I got to tell you, Sean does a good job of this character. He's a good actor. See, I knew you'd get over or whatever.
No, that's the only thing he cares about is getting.
Oh, Chicago, you're the biggest part of me. Starts playing Who put this on? Like, what the fuck? And that's the thing that the director does is puts a lot of music in his films to have an impact on the story, or as he does later, choreograph an entire scene to a song.
Yeah.
So
And then when they get the Baby Driver, he just goes crazy with that. I love that movie too.
well, you know, Sean, what's his name? Simon Pegg brings it up in the interview we're going to show to you, that all of this led to what we get in Baby Driver. A film whose action scenes are all choreographed to music, because the driver, that's how he does it. He's OCD. On the spectrum, too. Sorry. You guys can talk. I got to check something here.
Yeah, this is the scene where they're making up all of these stories about everybody in the bar.
Which is hilarious, by the way.
And of course, we
Everybody
get
do that?
Like,
Yeah.
he calls that lady a coccicidal maniac.
Pakistan maniac.
You go out and you do people watching and make up stories about their lives. I used to do that with friends. It's fun. As long as they don't hear it, that is, of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
There's a scene in a movie from last year called Past Lives where they do that.
All right, guys, I have to make a real quick phone call. So you guys keep talking. I'm going to mute.
so you're taking anime with you?
And they get the white line scene, and there's the guy's head comes off. And this is the first time they see a zombie, or well,
The second.
it's second time for Sean, first time for Ed. And up to this point in the movie, if you look in the background, there are like people like getting taken out left and right in the background, and they're not even noticing yet.
And got into the house and left the front door open again.
And this is where we get the funky Pete scene that they do the dubbing over.
Oh my god,
And
Nadia is here. Nadia, I'm gonna send you an invite. I don't care. I'm gonna do it.
it was the second album I ever bought.
Oh man, that wouldn't have happened and go unpunished. If it was for
No.
me. Okay.
As the line go, you can go live in the shed, and of course, in the end, he's in the shed. Such a funky life out, mate. And this is, of course, also the scene where we find out that he's been bit. Next time I see him, he's dead, and he will be dead.
Yeah. Oh yes, yeah. Yeah. I was about to ask a silly question.
Go ahead.
No, because I was going to. But did he really see him? Yes, he's at the pub.
Mhm.
In fact, he's one of the causes that he's dead.
Yeah.
Welcome, Nadia. Oh my
no,
god,
yes.
I love that picture. Oh my,
Hello.
it's awesome.
I can't stay too long because I'm actually trying to get out of my house to go to the gym. I see we're talking about Shaun of the Dead.
Yes.
It's one of my husband's. I think it is the only zombie movie my husband loves. Otherwise, he can't stand zombies. He's actually terrified of them.
How, I won't say nothing.
Okay.
Because I was
Hey,
going to say
Nadia.
how is it that you who are a lover of horror movies end up marrying a guy that doesn't like them? And then I remember that's exactly my case. My wife hates horror movies.
Hey, Nadia.
My whole family
This
does.
is hello, my girlfriend,
Hello.
Anima.
Hi, Anima. How are you? I'm sorry.
lost.
I'm sorry you
Couldn't
have
be
to sit
better.
next to Gary.
Shut up.
Me. He's going to cry himself to sleep again. Thank you.
They don't like me. All right, so I had to call about my prescription because something got screwed up with it, and I think they figured it out. So, again, you're somehow out of the frame again. Anima. Well, I'm going to edit this to get you back in because that's annoying me.
Crazy. Nothing moved though.
There. Update layer, and boom, there she's in the shot more.
I think I would survive a zombie apocalypse if my husband were to go first, because he knows I'm a biter and I think he would take me out first. So if he goes first, I think I would survive.
It's true, red shirt. It's true. I'm very, as Brian would say, ferty. Oh, he's a wee bit ferty. To survive the zombie apocalypse, you have to be good at improvised weapons. You know who's the best at improvised weapons? John Wick.
Would be good here. We have all the cats too.
Oh, Brad has come home. Hi, Brad. I always tell you, leave those outside. I'll go get them later. I don't want you to hurt your back. All right. So
I love
they
how
use
this
all
together.
real newscasters in this movie.
When they do that, because you can tell they have actors too as newscasters, but you can always
That
tell
guy's with the
because you know
BBC right there.
Mhm.
I think he's still there, isn't he? Or did he retire?
one of them had doubts about
I'll
doing
look it up.
too,
I'll look it up.
right?
What's that?
One of them had doubts about doing it. Would it hurt his
It was
career?
him. He wasn't sure if this is great, and it's so funny. They do an interview within the movie, and he comments on the thing that worried him the most, and they put it in the movie of having to say must remove the head or destroy the brains. It's like he says it's really weird to be asked to say that.
I
No, I was gonna
feel so
show her.
sorry for this girl because she's like, I don't want to be a zombie.
Oh yeah.
And what's so funny is they think she's just drunk.
She was drunk at first.
And they're laughing as she's coming at him, like, what is she? What, you want to kiss? What are you doing?
And I know it's fucked up, but it's so funny the way they kill her.
And then Nick's character, while Sean's being attacked by this thing, says, I'll be right back. And he goes inside and comes out with a camera to take a photo.
Oh yeah, man. And he tries again later. And Sean is so pissed.
I did not realize this movie was 20 years old.
2004, man.
Wow.
You can say 2000 and then the number all the way up to 9.
Man.
When you get to 10, it's 2010.
We all know the 90s were 10 years ago, so come on. Let's not kid ourselves.
I mean, back in the 1900s, they would say 1904 or 19 and odd 4.
What?
Like odd 4. Yeah, it's an
Really?
American term.
I was a junior in high school when this movie came out.
I love this shot right here.
Oh yeah, when you can see through her. That's amazing.
She pulls herself up off the pylon and then leaves the hole there to see them through. And they're like, "Fuck."
It's gonna be do.
And he's still cranking the camera and he knocks the camera out of his hand. Like, stop that.
You need to remind her of that. Shit like that doesn't happen every day. I mean, I understand.
I love that he says I called Liz, but she was engaged. He goes, already? And what's funny about this film for me at the time is my best friend, housemate, was Mac, Uncle Mac to my daughter. And this relationship is very similar to Mac and me. And we both noticed it, that it's very similar to our dynamic. Because I was fastidious.
Do you think they steal stuff from each other?
Oh, I'm sure Nick has swiped things from him.
That's roommates.
And that was so funny because the payoff for forgetting to lock the front door, is we get the bridegroom coming in to attack him.
Doesn't he meet him in the store?
Yeah, it's the first time you see him is in the store.
Zombie too.
And of course, we've already had that scene because I was on the phone where they repeat everything that happened to him earlier today when he went to the corner shop.
But the people are zombies.
But everybody's zombies around him, and the shopkeeper is dead.
Zombie.
Yeah. But you don't find out about the kid until they go to leave. When they go to get in the car. Removing the head or destroying the brain.
That must feel so weird for a real news guy to say that.
To say something like that.
Yeah.
But, oh, this is great. This is when they go up back and they start throwing records at him. And when they run out of that's it. They throw items they found in the house. Nothing works. They find the case of records, and he has to decide which ones get thrown or which ones he keeps.
Because he just saw the first record he gets.
I just know it as Nick Frost.
Sean asks him which one was that, and he tells him, he's like, "No, that was a collection."
That was that was
And they start sorting through the box. Which
Blue
one
Monday. Blue Monday.
He decides.
He goes, that thing's worth a fortune.
So they don't just throw all of them at the zombies, just the ones they can sacrifice. That was funny too. I mean, they're danger, but keep the good ones.
And what they did, by the way, to do this scene is, and you can see it there, the hint of blue there on the left hand of the screen. Mm-hmm. It's sitting on mats with on top of a box to hold it up higher for them. And the records they throw are being caught in a very soft cotton blanket.
So they can reuse them, yeah.
So they can reuse them, they don't get destroyed. Nice. This is it. There's his weapon of choice, the cricket bat.
I mean,
I like to going through the records. So, Purple Rain? No. Sign of the Times? Certainly not. Batman soundtrack? Throw it.
Throw it.
Dire Straits, throw it.
Well, I don't want to give an Irish goodbye, but I have to head to the gym so I can get in before my stream with Zach's tonight. But thank you for always inviting me on.
Oh, you bet, Nadia. You're a good friend.
Oh, I love being on with you guys. It's always a good time. I mean, I'm looking forward to Army of Darkness. So,
yeah, it's going to be, instead of 80s night, it's going to be 90s night. We're going to do Bruce Campbell
King,
versus
baby.
the Army of Darkness.
Yes. All right. Have a good day, everybody.
Have a good workout. See you later.
Bye,
Nice meeting
Nadia.
you. Take care.
So I paused this for a reason, because the ice cream is why it's referred to as the Cornetto trilogy, because Nick Frost's character eats the ice cream in every film.
And that's an ice cream we actually have in Europe. There's a similar one here in the US, but with a different name.
We call them Nutty Buddies and Drumsticks.
In Europe, it's actually called Cornetto, and it looks exactly like this.
In high school, we just called them Nutty Buddies.
Because you were nuts.
And
No, that's what the name was.
No.
Martin?
yeah, in Mexico and Venezuela, it's called cornetto too.
It's like, you think he's up there? He was really pissed. Well, maybe his keys are still here. Well, maybe he got a ride.
It's amazing that they are alive till the end of the movie, because they just fuck up all the time.
And now, by the way, that's not just red ink on his shirt. There's actual blood on his shirt now.
But he just said it a little Well, before you got red on you.
You got red on you. Running jokes
Mhm.
throughout the film.
We need to do the other ones too.
Yeah, this phone call just because he's afraid his mother's been bit.
Now that he's finally realized they're real.
We're fine. We shut the curtains.
Yeah.
We may have to kill my stepfather. All right.
We may have to kill my stepfather.
It's a funny scene too in the car.
Because we see fantasy moments. First we do this, and then we got to do this. And you see them making the plan visually. And then everybody, Bob's your uncle, everybody's fine, and we lay low through the zombie apocalypse. And my favorite moment is when he takes a drink from the tea and then winks at the camera like like they survived it. I love the fantasy moments. Bateman's girl is here. What's up?
Hey, let's go. He's on time.
Yeah, we're only 50 minutes into it.
I like the alternate version of the scene where they do the man who would be king. Why do we have to go to this?
Here it is. This is it right here where he has the fantasy about killing him. And then at the end, you know, he sips the tea and he winks at the camera. Like,
Breaking the fourth wall, huh? I like it.
but he's not really breaking the fourth wall. His fantasy is.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm going to go ahead and do this now so I can get it out of the way.
Do what?
What TD posted.
Oh. You have to.
This is what he posted. To all the guys that follow him, you're welcome. I mean, can you guys see it at all? Or are you guys gay? I can't tell with you and Marty sometimes.
Matinee lives with a bunch of females. Give him some slack. Even there, Matinee.
Look,
He stepped away.
Just because I don't date and I live with a bunch of guys does not make me gay.
It's all the gay sex that makes you gay.
You look like a lesbian, though.
Right. Oh, man. I saw this movie, and even though I did become a Simon Pegg fan, I fell in love with fucking Nick Frost. I'm like, I fucking love this guy. His comedy goes right to my heart. You got news for us?
Okay.
Oh, God, this is the scene where he goes up to wash his face, and he does the thing with the mirror again and pushes it back, and he sees the silhouette of Pete in the shower, and he's making sounds like...
I would run if my shower curtain made noises like that. But
And then he starts apologizing. I'm so sorry, Pete. I'm so sorry. Fuck. And then runs. All zombied up.
We can't go up there. Why? A, he might be dead. B, he may still be pissed.
He'd be pissed at you.
he's borrowing the car. He's a zombie. He doesn't need a car anymore, but he's still borrowing it from him.
Right. And he even tells him as he's exiting, I'm borrowing your car to the dead guy.
That's the British politeness, I guess.
You got red on you, mate.
I always wondered if that's where they got that bit in Venture Brothers when they've had to battle and Brock's quit and he's going to take up Monarch. I'm taking your car, and Monarch's just like, I'm dead. Okay,
I'm going to bet you that is from that. I bet you it is because it was done afterward. I love this spot because they hit this guy and they're panicked that they actually hit a human. So when they pull up alongside, his legs are all fucked up. Like that leg is bent backwards.
It's like a prosthetic leg.
Yeah.
He zombies up and
Yeah, he starts coming up and he goes, "Oh, everything's good. All right, good."
it's just a zombie.
It's just a zombie.
Go on.
I always wanted to drive one of those. Oh, the Jaguar.
Well, they can drive whatever they want because people are mostly zombies now, so the cars are all just there.
Well, he says, "You go on inside. I'll stay here with the car. Make sure it's safe." And he fucking drives it into a sign to destroy it. And he goes, "I guess we're gonna have to take the Jag."
To take. Had to kill Philip. That was
Oh, Liz? I kind of like Liz in this. Oh, his mother fucking cracks me up in this.
Oh yeah.
And if you don't recognize, she was the aunt on Downton Abbey. She's a very good actress. She's also on what's his name? The comedian who insulted everybody at the Oscars and the
Ricky
Golden
Gervais.
Globes. Yeah, Ricky Gervais. She plays a character in his last series about death and his atheism. And she, of course, is the character who believes in God. And it's like somebody he likes to meet in this park, and they just sit and talk. That was a good show. I wasn't sure how I felt about that ending now. I mean, it's a wrap up, but it is what it is. Good. I just checked on a BBC guy who announced the death of Queen Elizabeth II. It's not. And I love this actor. Sean. The way he says his name. I tried to be a good father. I did my best.
yeah. Easy to say that when you're dead.
He's like, maybe you should stay here. Wait for the doctor. Sean, you said the doctor wasn't coming. It's like nothing he says is working out here. Oh, I love that when he says, he touched me. And it just gets quiet for a second. She looks at him and he goes, I know I went too far with that one.
They're talking about Philip now.
Yeah, this is the scene where he's like, he goes, I don't have to, I don't want to have to tell you this, but he did things. He touched me. And she just turns and looks at him and he goes, I know, I'm sorry. I went too far with that one. Yeah, he says, motherfucker, mother. And he goes, mom.
Mom.
I like the way she loves him, her husband, and the way she stands up for him.
Yeah.
And she says, you weren't easy to get along with either. Every single time he's like, get the blade up. He's going to do it there. It's a bread knife.
He is being a dick here, to be honest.
Oh, he completely being a dick. And that's why you get that moment in the car when he speaks to him.
Mm-hmm.
The father, the stepfather. Yeah, see how he fucking wrecks the car?
You were parked! Yeah.
He drives. Does he have a license?
I don't know. I don't think
Probably
it doesn't
not.
matter. Oh, this is where he gets bit again. He's done for after that. And then, Sean fucking jumps into action, whacking people with that fucking cricket bat.
That snake's behind that curtain.
I think I remember the episode you're talking about, Red Shirt. I got to go back and double check, but I think I know the one you're talking about. I saw all the episodes all the way through Capaldi, and then refused. I watched the first season with what's her fucking face, who is clearly not the doctor.
Season?
I called her Dr. Mouth Breather because she always has her fucking mouth open.
Did you
All the
let
time,
the
man.
things
Look at
happen?
her. Looks like a sex doll. Not the one you want to do, though, because she's not very pretty.
Let's not get into it.
Okay.
Back to the movie.
It made Peter Rickman girl laugh. This is a great fucking just running through these guys. Now, that is a foam rubber bat they made. It's got a PVC pipe running up the middle to keep its shape. And they painted that thing. It looks like a real fucking bat.
The one in the big fight at the end, they look real too.
Yep.
And they're not. Thank God they're not.
Herman the Tosser. I don't want to say this, but I think you're a bit of a tosser.
Hi, Herman.
How are you doing, man? Good to see you. He's coming through on Deleted Scenes channel. If you're a sub to Deleted Scenes channel, don't forget to sub to our channel. If you're a sub to our channel, you're not if you're not sub to Deleted Scenes channel, please give it a chance, and don't forget to put Deleted Scenes link in the chat.
Go do it. Do it now.
Do it now. Or you do it like dipshit in Starsky and Hutch movie. Do it.
Yeah, dipshit is for you. I'll do it.
Yeah, I love the way he says this here, and it keeps coming back to haunt him that he said this. This isn't about you and me right now. He says, "Yeah, I don't want to be torn to pieces."
Weird line.
And she absolutely does believe, and I think she secretly has a crush on Sean. I kind of picked that up the way she's always watching him.
Is it
When you talk.
already?
Oh, I absolutely. It's not like already. She's known him for a while. I think right from really the beginning, you see her kind of giving looks to Sean, not flirting, but they're longing looks. I think that's interesting.
And he's not aware.
Well, he's so into Liz. He's in love with her. Even though I got to say, she acts a bit like a twat throughout the film, but she comes around. There we go. Thank you, Martin. So there you go. Please subscribe to the Deleted Scenes channel. He really needs it. He's so sad and lonely.
I am.
There you go, Deleted. She hit me for you.
I can't take it. I'm sorry. Turn the camera off. It's okay.
We didn't want to make her cry.
No, I refer to as Dr. Mouth Breather because she always has her mouth open.
It's so annoying.
She runs around. I showed Anima. She's always got her fucking mouth open. Like,
you do that as an actor. How is nobody telling her how stupid that looks?
oh, this. I actually got weepy and misty eyed when he's giving him the dad speech. I was only tough on you because I knew what you were up against in school. It's like, oh my God. Because he knows he's dying.
He's still alive enough to know what's happening.
As did the homeless guy with the dog. He's still walking with his hand up, and he says, "Sorry, mate, I'm broke."
Imposter, hope I like that.
Absolutely, it's garbage. And I won't go see the current one because they clearly don't want us as an audience.
No.
When somebody wants to revive Doctor Who and has a half a sense to stick to good science fiction, I'll come back. But until then, they can absolutely go fuck themselves.
There's still good stuff to watch, so we don't have to kill time.
I love this right here. Please take care of your mom. I love that.
That's sweet, yeah.
And look at him crying, man. I get so emotional in this scene. I really do. Mom, I'm so sorry. Philip's dead. No, he's not.
Yeah,
He's there, and
he
he's like,
seems
he's a zombie already. Oh my God, the freak out because they're trapped. They're trapped in the back seat because the safety lock is on. They can't get out.
One scene go from very, very tragic to fucked up funny.
I know. Now, what they really needed to do here was when they get out of the car, let him get out and then run around and get in the other door. Shut that door behind him, run around and get in the other door. But everybody gets out of the car and they don't use the car.
Like,
It's
you
one of
can
my
use
big
logic.
logic flaw
Yeah,
things.
you can use logic in a situation like that. You panic.
What's that? I'm black and I support this view. Wait a minute, Vinkman's girl. Are you black? I've never seen you, a photo of you. I have no idea. You could be catfishing us. You could be actually a dude pretending to be a woman, pretending to be black. Absolutely. And they need to give it a good fucking reason, not the one they gave. Also, trying to say that the first Doctor Who wasn't the first. He escaped from Gallifrey, you mindless battling twats.
Look who's here.
And he had a
Look
fucking... What?
Look who's here.
Hey,
Hey,
John.
what happened? What
I
happened
don't
with the?
Slideshow died.
Who's here?
John,
John,
pulled up.
the wolf. That's
He's pulled
Wolfen.
up on the screen. That's Wolfen.
Oh, I thought you meant in here in the studio.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Don't confuse the old man. Guys.
Well, you say things like chat or in the studio, and you're just saying he's here. Where?
That's usually
We have two places to look.
Oh,
Was
I
the
love
film
this.
actually known over there in North America at the time? Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
This was a hit here in the US, man. There he is. That's Martin Freeman there. Also, if you don't recognize him, the guy right behind Martin Freeman is the dude from, what was that show called? The League of Something Gentlemen on British TV. And then they eventually made the series, he and his partner made the series number 9, which just ended. It ended its run. And the woman behind him is the co-star of the TV series with Matt LeBlanc, where Matt plays a version of his real self. And the two Brit writers, a husband and wife team, come to the US to readapt one of their shows from Britain as an American show. And it's a funny show. I can't remember. I can't remember. It has X in its name. Really good show. She's a very good actor. And like I said, so many of the people in this film would later go on to be somebody famous. The same with the next movie, Hot Fuzz.
Oh, that was a fun watch. We watched that last night.
Plus, it was the last film to see the original Robert McCall from The Equalizer.
Hey, because you just mentioned Hot Fuzz. Did we see the scene with the fence yet? Where he jumps over the fence?
No, we got to go back and finish the movie.
No, I mean, it's in this movie and it's in the next one, too.
Yeah, well, we did see the fence jump scene in that one where he jumps it just fine and then Nick Frost crashes through the wall.
He just crashes through it. Yeah.
He's running towards you. You think he's going to jump and he just goes right through the fence.
The fence thing in this one is he jumps over and then it falls, right?
I mean, his old friend has an equal to each one of them. It's so fucking funny. And the fence gag is in all 3 movies. It's in the Coronado trilogy, which is this movie, Hot Fuzz, and End of the World, which we'll probably watch tonight.
Oh, yes, please.
And although they're not the same characters, they are technically in the same universe because it's the Coronado ice cream universe. Cornetto. I don't eat it, so I don't know. Oh my God. They throw him the tennis ball pole. And he swings the fucking tennis ball at him. They went, no, use the pole to stab at him. It's like, oh. He trampolines over the fucking. Oh my God, this movie is so ridiculous.
But it's so funny.
I don't
Paul?
get why she hesitates here because it's not like she doesn't know what's going on. It's obvious the guy's a zombie.
The mother is aware. She knows she's been bitten. She's trying to hide it from everybody.
No, but
She
I mean,
doesn't
why
wanna
did she
worry
stay
anybody.
behind to begin with? Is what I don't get.
I don't know. I think it might be because she was being attacked.
I think she's still hoping she might not.
She probably turned and saw him and recognized him and hesitated. and led to
Yes,
her.
she was
injured.
wondering if that was the house of one of their friends, and when she saw the zombie, she tried to look if it was in fact her friend.
This is so funny, grabbing plastic toy furniture to hit the zombie with. It's like, oh my fucking God, it's so dumb.
I think by hiding that she's been bitten, she's going into.
And he's got fresh blood on his mouth. He clearly bit her.
She wants to believe if I ignore it, it's not going to happen. She seems like that to me.
Because the minute I saw his face and I saw fresh blood,
Yeah.
I'm like, he fucking bit her. And I don't know how, because he's clearly not dead. He just got stabbed in the chest. You have to destroy or decapitate. You have to destroy the brain or decapitate the head to kill these things. Typical George Romero rules. And it's the movie has a zombie in it. I forget where it's at. That is from. It's an homage to not Night of the Living Dead, but Dawn of the Dead. That took place at the mall. And so he put that in there. And George Romero was a big fan of this, so much so that he invited Nick Frost and Simon Pegg to be zombies in his next film that he did in 05 or 06. And by the way, this actor right here, the Harry Potter looking motherfucker, he is really good in that new movie.
He hasn't watched it. He doesn't look like Harry Potter. He looks like bad Harry Potter cosplay.
Yeah. Fuck off, Four Eyes. Or go get fucked, Four Eyes. That was it.
Hey, Zacharias.
Hey, Zacharias 315 is here.
Wayne
What's
is
up,
here
buddy?
too. An awesome one.
Yeah, it got released in 04, man. And it came here in 04 too. I remember it was later in the year, but we did get it here. I think it was 2 or 3 months later. And we got it at the Ritz Theater in Lebanon, Missouri. And Mac, who doesn't like zombie films, had heard so much good hoopla about it that he decided to go with me because that is his nightmare image. He fucking hates zombies.
I don't like zombie, but this movie was fun.
Is Bush here? Awesome One's here. What's up, brother?
No, I don't think he means Bush.
No.
I'll have you know, I wax my anus.
Oh.
That's right, Wade. I made it. That's why I couldn't do the Saturday show because I was traveling all day. I told you I have a busy weekend. That's why.
Good to see you, Awesome One. And you can tell something's wrong with her in all these scenes.
Yeah.
She's like skittish in a way she wasn't before. I love Liz's zombie, the whole Frankenstein arms. So they're imitating zombies in order to walk past them, but then they start arguing, and that's when the zombies start to turn and look at them.
They're very good at imitating zombies. They practice, but they're bad.
Absolutely. Wax and bleach. Wax on, wax off, man. Oh my fucking God. In the middle of trying to figure out how to get in this place, he gets a fucking phone call and starts talking on the fucking phone. He goes, no, now's not a bad time. We can talk.
Oh,
And
you know who
I
he's
love
talking to.
when Sean walks into him and smacks the phone out of his hand and finally leans into him. He says, you're just a fuck up. You're always fucking everything up for me.
He's never aware of what's really going on. I mean, grabbing the camera instead of a weapon, and now the television.
You know who he's talking to, right? He's talking to the dipshit that worked with Simon.
Oh, that's right.
He's his client for the.
Oh, there's the guy from the bus stop, the black guy with the white eyes there.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of them from the line at the bus stop that they showed. And it's once again pointing out how they're very zombie-like in their life already. And so when they become zombies, they can fall right back into those same fucking routines. And I think the greatest payoff that there's a hint of who they were still left in them is when he yells out, Pete! And Pete looks up. He's, leave my fucking friend alone, and blows a bullet right through his eye.
Yeah.
Finally hits something. He's a garbage shot in the movie, his character.
Oh, it's also funny how they, at first they think the Winchester is real. It's just decoration. It is real.
Yep. He accidentally fires it. And even after he admits, okay, the rifle's real, but dogs still can look up because the owner of the bar kept saying dogs can't look up, and dogs can look up.
Yeah.
That's a fact. They're not smart about it because they'll immediately look this way. But eventually, if you do it long enough, they'll work their way upward towards you. Because I tested my dogs in the past. And she finds the flowers there that he dropped earlier to her. And it's so sweet.
Well, he tossed them in the bin because he forgot the date. But now they show up again.
So what ends up happening here is SHAUN is going to take off running and draw the zombie crowd away by making a lot of noise, get them to follow him. And then he's going to work his way back while they go inside through the hole in the window that grocery store Harry Potter, however you put it, low budget Harry Potter, broke the window so they can all go in. But now they got to batten up that window. And he does make his way back, but later he finds out that he fucked up somehow because the zombies followed him back to the back door.
He probably didn't lock it.
Yes, and that's the back door reference that I didn't have a chance to record. We've been so busy last 2 days. Because just in case a lot of people don't know, Anima lost her little boy, Loki, a beautiful little orange cat. Not a brain in him, but a lot of love. And of course, we have another kitty here who is she's very sick right now, and she's an older cat, but she's been diagnosed with what seems to be cancer of her jaw. And it's just, man, cats, you love them, and then they break your heart.
Yeah.
Same thing with dogs too. And that's why we did do Monday, because her baby boy passed away on Sunday, and it was just too soon.
Just after I left. He waited for
I
me.
got to tell you, I love you fuckers, but she couldn't handle any of you sons of bitches on Monday. Yeah, look, I got to be a dick about it. That's what I am.
So jet lag. It's real, guys.
And just to remind you that, oh, you can't see it there. We'll do it this way. Drop the comment down. I'll do it. Reminder, the audience is naked.
Wishful thinking.
Because the old saying is, just imagine him naked. No, and I still remember telling my drama teacher, I'm like, I really don't think I want to do that.
Theater. It does not work for an audience when you do a computer show, like SHAUN, like we do. You don't want them to be naked, really. That's weird.
Because they don't think he's going to make it back. So I'll take over. I can do it. This guy's a bumbling idiot as a character. The actor is really good.
Yeah, good stand-up too.
Even Liz gets sick of his shit.
Yeah.
And just lays into him eventually. Why? Because he promised.
He's such an ass.
He just doesn't like SHAUN. And SHAUN points it out. You just don't like me. And you wanted Liz to yourself. And you see his girlfriend have that sad look on her face. She goes, I knew that I was the second pick, and I was okay with that. This is where we find out she's dying. Isn't this it? No, it's later. It's later. I'm just tired, she says. This is such a good film. I love the writing in this film. I really do. The only logic mistake was that car scene. That was it.
Mm.
You know, that they get out of the car instead of trying to get him out of the car.
Say that probably in a.
I would have absolutely still, even in panic, go, oh, we got to get him out of there so we can get back in there.
Yeah.
He's not my
It's
boyfriend.
easier. It's easier to push the zombie out than everybody get out of the car.
But you're faster in the car too.
I think my favorite moment that I forgot was they're yelling and he goes, he's not with us anymore. She goes, I'm looking right at him. He's not in there anymore. And at that point, the music playing in the car goes silent and you see that he had turned it off.
Mhm.
And then looks at them. I'm like, that's fucking funny. There's a little bit of him left in there, the dad.
Not only is that a joke, but it's foreshadowing something.
There's a lot of foreshadowing in this.
Yes, it does. There's foreshadowing. Yeah, there's others too, because I think showing them still following some of the routines is shown a couple of times in the film.
Mm.
And I thought that was interesting because you see that with his neighborhood, that they're still haunting the same spot instead of just wandering off. Yeah, I get you on that. It was nice seeing it in the theater when it came out. And immediately when it came out on DVD, we bought it. We went to not Entertain Mart, the one here in Springfield. I can't remember the name of it. There was Circuit City and the other big national chain that sold entertainment in the U.S. And we went to that store, and it was on sale, and we got it.
Wait, it just came out and it wasn't on sale?
Yeah.
It's weird.
They'll do that sometimes on certain new releases because it's an overseas film.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I think by doing that, that's what helped it become such a big hit.
Mm.
Yeah, no channels, man. Which I think is implausible, but fuck it. Oh, this
Don't
is.
you steal my coffee?
Oh, he goes back and discovers they followed him. They followed me. And it's so sad that everything he's doing right ends up blowing up in his face. What did I say? The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Oh, and he turns on the fucking game. Yeah, there's still VHS when we saw this. Blockbuster would have walls full of VHS, and we would always go to the DVD section because the minute we upgraded, once it was available publicly at an affordable price, I bought it. Now, this actor was in a great John Wayne film called Brannigan, one of his Clint Eastwood Dirty Harry films, because he wanted to compete with Dirty Harry.
Ooh, I think my favorite scene is coming up here.
Oh, this is it.
Oh, yeah.
Because suddenly the jukebox starts playing,
They put it on. It's random.
David, kill the queen. What?
And they do the entire choreography. They rehearsed the choreography for this. And they all had earbuds in
For the thing, yeah.
for the scene so they could
did
follow the
everything.
music to club him.
Because
And everything's done. And I love that it's the three of them attacking at one
Yeah.
time.
play the music because the audio would have been fucked up, so they had earbuds. It's just so funny. That dude is 70 years old and they're hitting away at him.
They're fake pull cues, but they're
Oh.
firm. So they're still whacking this guy.
Well, no, you
Yeah,
see that
bad.
the guy is bad.
He's had it. He's
bad.
clearly
I
bad it.
know, but
But I like it. I like it how they beating him to the beat of the song.
Yeah,
the thing
that's
is
the part we were
people
talking about that was
yeah.
choreographed. They wanted it to be with the music.
Two girls-
And
Yeah,
Jim gets back there hitting all the switches.
most of the people they just use the tact of the music, but the two girls they are actually kind of dancing to it, and it's great.
I'm still a big physical media guy. I like to collect certain films. And I still have some. You've seen them in the bedroom. My stack of movies that I will never give up. And Lauren's a big collector. She actually has. I bet she has all three of the Cornetto trilogy.
Well, she gave us 2 to watch already. I've been trying.
So she watched Hot Fuzz, half of it last night before we went to bed.
Another one that
we stopped because I'm getting so sleepy. My eyes are closing. I'm falling asleep watching this movie.
Idiot.
Shaun of the Dead. Throws the fucking dart at and hits him in the head. I just when he pulls it out, you see the squirt of blood come out.
Yeah,
That's so fucking funny.
there's the Winchester.
He throws it to him because he doesn't think there are rounds in it. He uses
It's still a weapon.
He uses it as a weapon and starts hitting him with it. And he goes, "Why didn't you shoot him?" He goes, "There's no bullets in this." And he says, and then he fires it and it goes off right after this clip or the scene. And he fires it and it goes off into the ceiling. He's like, "Oh shit." He goes, "Get me some more bullets." He goes, "They're not bullets, Sean. They're called shells." Which technically that's not correct. They're called rounds.
He's using bullets, not shells.
I fucking do it.
The bullet is what you put into the weapon. The shell is what you collect after the
Right.
end of the bullet has hit the target. The shell just goes off.
But what you do call it is a round. So Big Al was right, and he goes, "Yeah, well, dogs can still look up." That's his comeback. Cartridges is another one. That's right.
That makes sense. That's an expert. He shot his sister in the leg with an air rifle.
The bullet is what you pull out.
See, there he goes. But dogs can look up.
Yeah.
And it says bullets on the box.
Yeah, but technically the bullet is what you pull out of the victim in the end.
Well, the bullet is what you're shooting.
Yeah.
How can 5 people operate one gun? I love this. He does Bertrand Strand's quote, and she goes, "How did you learn it?" And he goes, "It was in the collector series of Guinness bottles." Speaking of that, we'll get some.
No.
I guess we finish it.
Yeah.
I'm ready for Guinness.
Yep.
There's an opener in there. In the next to the sink.
Oh. Okay.
Say goodbye to Anima. She's gonna get lost now. As she puts her headset on my arm as a rack.
Be useful.
Shells or shotgun ammo. That is correct, sir. But you can refer to the empty expelled bullet as a shell. We just simply refer to it as brass. I love that. Cock it. And he's a shit shot. He's hitting them in the body, missing their heads. He gets one female in the head, finally. Yeah, Hot Fuzz, we're probably going to cover that one soon. I want to do the entire trilogy at some point. And I want to do the one with the alien that Seth Rogen played. Not a Seth Rogen fan, but I did like that film. And by the way, if you guys haven't seen, Nick Frost has a new movie coming out. I watched the trailer. He made it for Shudder. He actually has 2 movies coming out. Oh, yay. Here's to you.
Give me the cable.
We got our Guinness. It's good. Yeah, this scene's heartbreaking. I got misty-eyed in this one too. All the way in.
Yep.
It's all the way in.
I still hear crinkling. There you go.
1, 2, 3. Don't pull a gun at my mom. Don't point that rifle at Barbara. He's had the hots for Barbara since I guess they were
Yeah.
probably teenagers. Hello, Barbara. Of course, Barbara is a name from Night of the Living Dead. You know you're in love with Liz. And that's when she looks away. She's aware of it too. She just always accepted that she was the second one.
That's how much he loves him, I guess.
Oh, and he says pickle. And that just fucking would irk me if somebody called me the nickname my mom had for me.
Yeah. Stand in the first place why you would call you kid pickle or pumpkin or something like that. It's weird. It's an American thing. I know. It's weird.
Now, for Americans, that's not exactly the way that was said. He actually says we're not using the Z word, which Z means Z over there, whereas Americans, we just say Z.
Yeah. One name for it. Weird. You need to say the Z word. Otherwise, if you say the Z word, everybody goes to see you next Tuesday. Makes no sense to use Z for both of them. Anyway.
Herman the Tosser.
Honey, Clint is here.
I know, but I'm just moving on. Now she's a zombie. And he's going to pull the trigger on his own mom.
Looked like a zombie when she was alive still.
He looks sad and tired all the time.
Ages.
This episode of Pop Culture Mindful is brought to you by Guinness Draft. It's the good stuff. Been drinking since I was 13.
I was 15 when I was in Dublin.
Well, Dublin has age restrictions. Down south near the Ring of Kerry, back in the 70s. Yep.
Like 11 when I was 15. I still don't you steal my stuff, dude.
I'm gonna steal it.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
gonna get it.
No, they didn't give a fuck. Also, we had beer at home.
This is when he loses his shit and he goes, that's it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm out of here. They're like, don't go out there. Don't be stupid. They're going to rip you apart and kill you. But then he gets too close to that fucking window.
Not to mention that episode of losing his shit came directly after he revealed his true colors by trying to shoot SHAUN.
Yep.
The only thing was that the
Because he
rifle was
squeezes the
empty.
trigger. Yep. He squeezed the fucking trigger. But even though he gets pulled out that window and ripped apart, they end up with the legs.
They use them as weapons.
He takes one of the legs and opens that door and rushes out into the middle of that zombie apocalypse with that leg as a club.
They snap off. So she has it in her hands. And why not use it if you need a weapon?
They should have pulled him through the window he
Yeah,
broke.
of course.
That would have been better. I like the backstory they actually give for what happened to Diane afterward.
Yeah, they do the little animation things at the end.
Yeah.
If you have the DVD, it's available there. They may have it on YouTube. I'm going to bet you they do. They're like after action reports that tell you how they got Nick Frost's character back to the shed. What ended up happening here? She survived.
Yeah.
The girlfriend. She survived the apocalypse. They end up going behind the bar, hiding. And there's fucking Pete. And Pete's the one that bites Nick Frost's character. It's a death blow. He's going to die now that he's been bit like that. And finally yells, Pete, leave him, my friend, alone. And he turns and he looks at him when he says it. And gives him a target and he shoots him right in the eye.
Awesome shot.
And then they end up behind the bar and they think he's dead, but then he hops over all bloody. And another running gag through the three films is the jog on.
Mm-hmm.
That's another running gag through the three movies. There's the bus stop guy.
What's he the cloth for? I forgot.
Oh, he
He's
wants to
trying
make
to-
a Molotov.
Yeah.
So he sets the bar on fire and he throws a Molotov cocktail into the room, which was a smart move because it sprays and gets flames all over him.
Kills zombies too.
Blows up their ammo, of course, because he leaves it on the bar.
Yeah, he leaves it. And of course, that doesn't happen that way.
No, but
I forgot the name
it's a
for that.
movie. Yeah.
Cook off. They're called cooking off a round. And what ends up happening is the actual dangerous part of the bullet is the casing. And it can become a projectile. The bullet itself just
It's a video of one of those military guys showing how dangerous that is.
yeah,
Remember?
the cook-offs. And cooking off is also what you do to a grenade. As long as you know how long the fuse is in grenades. It's important to know that. It's on the bottom of the grenade. It tells you there will be a number on the bottom, and that's how many seconds it's got. If you see a grenade with a 0, don't even try throwing it. Don't throw it.
Yeah.
Don't throw it. Because the
You
minute the
won't
spoon
throw
comes
it.
off, it explodes. Because the minute the spoon comes off, it explodes. Because those
This-
grenades are specifically designed for booby traps.
Kitty
Hey,
said booby.
Big Al is here.
Oh, yeah.
Now's over on Deleted Scenes channel. As is Connie.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, the military actually contains the zombie outbreak.
I couldn't
Yeah.
read it over there. It's just more.
Yes, he was.
You were an employee at the work.
Again.
Congratulations.
Do you want to say where you work or can you? Now, the funny part would be is if he works alone.
Yeah, or at McDonald's.
You would, but you won't. Okay. Can you say what kind of work it is?
Stop being so nosy.
No, I'm curious.
None of your business.
He doesn't have to tell me where he works, but it doesn't hurt to say what he does.
Exactly.
Yeah, congratulations, but fuck off. I will absolutely ask somebody that question.
I know.
I love when she hits me.
Yeah.
Oh, you work in grocery. That's better than McDonald's.
It is much better.
I actually liked working grocery. The only job I ever hated, was I took a job at Walmart as a construction worker to build their new shelving and take down old shelving. And sometimes we'd even do the restock or stock up on the first loading of the shelf. And that was slave fucking labor. I've worked real construction. That was a fucking hard job. And I felt bad for people working it because I'm like, I work construction. I made double what I make here. This job's not worth it. And I quit. Heck yeah, man. I am always friendly to grocery people. Where would life be without them? Seriously.
And they really like when you chat them up, just when you pass them and you're just friendly to them.
I'm always friendly to them. You've seen how I am.
I've been shopping with you twice now.
Yeah, rather than treating them like an automaton, just doing their work.
Gary likes to pretend he's on a really fast vehicle. That's always fun. That makes
Yeah,
everything.
because like when my hip is bad, I get in one of those little old man scooters, and I'm like kneeling down real close to it, and making the noises. And the other day I was doing with my cane, I was like pointing at things. Yeah, dag nabbit. Now see over there, that's where they keep the chestnuts. We need to get chestnuts. When I was young, we couldn't afford chestnuts. We ate onion skins and felt lucky. So here we go. This is a great build up here. Just he's fucking losing his friend, and he has to say goodbye to him. They get up above and they leave him to die down there as the zombies were breaking in and fires coming in. And it's like, he's like, I'm done. Leave me here. So he goes. He does the fart thing to pay off for the fart joke. He goes, I'm sorry, Sean. So it's okay, mate. No, I'm sorry, Sean.
Then it hits him.
And he goes, oh. And they leave him down there. Oh, and my favorite moment is when they express their feelings for one another. That way they still love each other. And Nick's character, Ed, goes, guy. So, and then when they get up the street, it looks like they're dead. They're surrounded. And she's like, what now? And he's about to take a swing, and they get hit with a floodlight, machine gun fire, and the zombies are getting wiped out around them. The cavalry has arrived, and his old friend, the female that he ran into, the only survivor of her group, shows up. It's a Z Day. And then we start seeing things like their version in Britain of Jerry Springer. And he's still my husband. I love him. Do you sleep with him? And then it cuts over to this with the newscaster. He goes, and then I had to say, remove the head or destroy the brain. And this was actual real comments that he made about this that got caught on camera. And so they kept it in the movie. It was great. Dead excited now to have a top band. And so they are now using the dead for slave labor.
So that means that Shaun of the Dead and Fido are in the same universe.
That's the kid that worked for him, pushing that cart. And this is the Jerry Springer moment where, do you sleep with him? Then the zombie walks up to the camera again. Zoom up, he's still the same.
Yep.
And then we cut to the living room, and Liz is sitting in the sofa, and it looks much nicer now. And she says, "What if I slip out to the shed and play a little game?" She's okay. Few minutes, and that's when you learn that Ed lives in the shed. He's got a collar and a chain holding him in place. And
Play video games.
right when he sits down next to him, Ed leans in with his teeth, and he goes, "Ed," and Ed goes, "Ooh, ooh." And he player 1 has entered the game, and then you see Ed lift his controller. Player 2 has entered the game, and it's just like nothing had changed.
It's so sweet that he keeps him in the shed.
And he's like, oh, like an ape.
Yeah, not many brain cells. So
But he's looking at the TV, playing the fucking game. I love this. What a great fucking movie.
to do the other two. Absolutely.
Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright. I fucking love them both.
Many things, and I've loved him.
So that was it. I love that fucking movie. Shaun of the Dead. Shaun. I love the step. He says his name.
Seen the original Dawn of the Dead? Never.
I don't know if you like it or not.
I'm not into zombies per se.
By the way, he's lost all that weight.
Really?
That's him right there.
Oh.
He put on a little bit more for his new film. What is that new film called?
Getaway.
Is that it? The Getaway? Yeah, The Getaway.
Yeah, I
They go
saw
to
the
that
trailer
island.
the other day. Yeah,
And nobody wants them there. It sort of feels like a parody to the original Wicker Man.
yeah.
And Paul is the movie with the alien. I love that movie too.
Yeah, I got to think
Also,
into
by the way, he's
Badlands
really good in
and-
Attack the Block. Attack the Block is a really good sci-fi monster movie.
Mhm.
Low budget, independent film. Seize Them is the other film that's coming out this year. Getaway is the family going to that island, that creepy fucking island, the creepy fucking people on it. And Seize Them, what is the plot to that? Dark Ages Britain, where Queen Dagon is toppled by a revolution led by humble Joan. The queen becomes a fugitive in her own land and must face hardship and danger as she embarks on a voyage to win back her throne. It looks stupid as fuck, but I'll probably watch it because Nick Frost is in it.
Do we have a
I
trailer?
fucking love Nick Frost. Yeah, we can watch it after the show. So let's get that video queued up, buddy.
See?
Well, despite being a
I'm sorry,
JJ
I was
Ackroyd,
muted. I was muted.
he is still a good writer because his script for the last Star Trek was 2 Star Trek. And so they made him rewrite it to be more of a JJ film. So he was forced to do that. But the fact is I think he's still in there. But I think that because of the fact that he has to protect his profession, he will play the part. But I think he is still a gifted nerd. His attack on fans, I don't know how to take that. I really don't know if it's real.
If it is,
Because so many of these people, are saying things because they're being made to say it if they want to keep their fucking jobs. That's what I said, Chinatsky. Wicker Man. Wait, Hot Fuzz?
yeah.
It kind of
Yeah,
is. Yeah,
kind of
it kind of
is.
is. Because the malevolence of the fucking council, the town council. Yeah. I never connected that one, but you're right. It is.
Because he has the whole thing in the commentary where he says it was either him or Wright who says that it's kind of like the Wicker Man is kind of like their deliverance. So whenever you go out into these small, out of the way towns, you go, well, this is very Wicker Man, isn't it?
Yeah. Let me find this real quick. But any other comments on it? Has anybody else seen the trailer?
Trailer of
The
what?
new film Getaway.
No, I just got aware of that.
What can you watch the trailer right now, real quick?
Let me.
There it is. This is the line I love. He's talking to Watson. I envy you, Watson. You look at these scattered houses and you're impressed by their beauty. I look at them, and the only thought which comes to me is a feeling of their isolation and of the impunity at which crime can be committed. And then he goes on to say, crime's darker than anything in any London alley. And I went, I think that way too. She said, that means something's wrong with me?
Oh, there's so many things wrong with you, Gary.
But here's that video. I hopefully cleaned it up enough to where we won't get called on it, because we have, you removed and sped up the shots with the clips from the movie. Go ahead, Martin. This was for GQ magazine interview, which is not GQ anymore. It's G stands for gay.
Oh my God.
They're very woke. Oh, no audio.
Great.
I shared the audio.
Look how young he was there, man. He's all wrinkled now. He's getting to be an old man like me.
Wow, this is
Well, he was 15 in the 80s, like around 85, I think.
Oh, I've been
So he's
getting
like between 5 and 8 years younger than me.
okay. I have a problem.
You're telling me.
StreamYard. Yeah, StreamYard says to share audio, share a tab or screen instead. It won't allow me to share just a window.
It won't. No, you share the video. Share the video.
It doesn't let me. I have a message that said that I can.
So if you go to present, you can't say share video file. So share your screen with audio.
It doesn't let me. Give me a second, please.
Simon Pegg. This is the GQ action replay, and this is the Don't Stop Me Now zombie pummeling sequence from Shaun of the Dead. Edgar Wright actually uses a lot of the actual sound from the fruit machine within the movie to sort of communicate foreboding and what have you. It's very clever. I think it's called diegetic sound. I think when you use actual elements from the scene as scoring, he's very good at that. Watch his films. We were in this set for a few weeks, and it was towards the end of the shoot. Everybody was very tired, and it was pretty draining, I seem to remember. It was very hot. One of the zombies fainted, really tall one, because he was near the lights. But I'll never forget the smell. I'll never forget how brilliant the production design was. There was a bit of tinsel in the money bottle. You know, there was like full of coppers, and someone had put a little bit of tinsel in, like someone had done that on Christmas. That was fantastic.
Yeah, tactical pause.
Well, you notice I increased the pitch of his voice.
Yes. Sounds
so
like
I don't know if we'll get claimed for it. There's no music.
Oh.
This is the GQ action. We were in this set draining, I seem to remember. It was very hot. One of the zombies fainted, really tall one, because he was near the lights. But I'll never forget the smell. I'll never forget how brilliant the production design was. There was a bit of tinsel in the money bottle full of coppers, and someone had put a little bit of tinsel in, like someone had done that on Christmas. That was fantastic. God love those extras for just standing outside and basically being silhouettes and moaning. Extras often moan, but extras often moan on purpose. That's Steve. He was a stuntman. He was in Brannigan, the John Wayne movie that was set in the UK. It's a bit of a curio.
No, yeah,
but he was. There's a big pub fight in Brannigan, and Steve's in it. So that was a particular badge of honor for me and Edgar to have someone who'd been punched in the face by John Wayne.
We're 6 years apart, man.
Punched in the face by John Wayne. Oh yeah, okay. So he's 54.
Long time before everyone was going crazy for Freddy again. This was Edgar's idea, and he wanted to just have a scene of extraordinary violence set to an incredibly happy song. And he's a huge Queen fan, as am I, but Edgar's a particularly huge Queen fan. And Don't Stop Me Now is just this relentlessly positive, sort of propulsive ode to positivity. And we just thought it'd be hilariously funny to beat an old man to death to it.
That's an interesting take.
I love that interview. He's so funny.
Oh man.
I mean, the things he says.
I remember being really tired on this day. I remember just coming down after lunch to shoot this scene and being physically in bits, and then having to get into zombie bashing mode. Oh, it's terrible being an actor, isn't it? This is quite an early sort of progenitor to Baby Driver, if you think about it, because it's Edgar basically using
There we go.
music that the characters are listening to score the film, and also we actually move kind of
Bye,
in time
Penny.
with the music. It's sort of like a dance, really, and we choreographed it in rehearsal. We sort of got into a room and we got all these moves together. Where if you watch, Lucy and Penelope are actually dancing to the song as they're watching us smashing Steve across the head. But yeah, it's you can see Baby Driver as the culmination of ideas that Edgar Wright had been having for many years.
Interesting. I haven't seen Baby Driver yet for some reason.
Oh, we should do that film because I do like it.
Okay.
And despite not liking Kevin Spacey, whether the shit's true or not, I've had problems with him for a long time as a person. I do think his performance in that really helped sell the movie. Just to prove how woke Ridley is, without any proof, he removed Kevin Spacey completely from this film. And so far, Spacey's been exonerated.
all the witnesses have
Died. Yeah. But I will say this, though. It's easy to say things like that about people that are not easy to prove. And it's an allegation. And in a court of law, that's where you prove it. But people like to do it in the court of public opinion. And that's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. I guess they were trying to take him down a peg or two. Peg.
That's not, at least they're not pegging.
Yeah.
We were shooting it. We were going 1, 2. Someone was off because you couldn't have the music on because we had to be clean for sound.
No, you did have the music
so
on.
there was.
Not-
I think we
not
had
in
earbuds
rehearsal.
in. Yes, we did. We had earbuds in, and the music was
He's
playing.
great.
That's right. And in rehearsal, we got the 1, 2, 1, 2 going. But yeah, because we couldn't have the music played out over the scene because obviously it would mess the sound up. So we all had little buds. Bless him. He was 70. And we were just absolutely hammering him with. I mean, they're fake. Sure, they're not like wooden, but they were pretty.
Still.
I mean, they were
Like he
hard
was
enough to
up for
hit
it.
him with.
Man.
What it is foam with a small pipe going up the
Like,
middle.
he was
Now, that was a breakdance
He's
move
70.
that I put in
I mean,
myself.
it was-
I had done a little bit of breakdancing as a teenager when the explosion of incredible creativity happened in the Bronx in 1976. By 1982, it had reached Upton St. Leonard's in Gloucestershire. And I'd sort of cottoned onto that and started breaking and popping and doing that kind of thing. And so I threw that little helicopter.
It's actually
in
a
there,
martial arts
as a moment
move
of cool
that's
for
used in dancing.
Sean, because he's not a particularly cool character. And Dylan even switches in time in the music. It goes click, 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 which was
Yeah, I know.
just
Everything's
Edgar
in
hammering
sync
back
with the
that,
song.
that motif of his.
The lights are coming off and matching the music.
It's perfect.
Those zombies at the front were amazing. A lot of
They
them were
look like an
fans of
audience with
Spaced.
the band lights on
We
them.
just asked to come down. We literally paid them £1 because we had to pay them. And I think we got 1,100 extras who came down to just be zombies for the day. And they were awesome. Paul
Well,
Kay and
somebody
my
was talking
sister
over me.
bashing through that
Pause it
door.
pause it for a second. Someone was talking over me, and I said it really quick that there's a pipe going with milk. It's a PVC pipe. And the guy who created this use of that is Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee created the very first safe weapons, which were the rubber shacks, or rubber shacks, as some call it. And what it is PVC pipe wrapped with foam rubber. And then he would take electrician's tape around it to make it look like hard plastic. And if you go back and watch, anytime he uses nunchucks, that's what he's using. He invented the rubber chuck. And so in the 80s, a lot of the Sword Fighters Guild group started using foam swords, where PVC pipe was the main body of it. And then they would put a fake rubber, foam rubber blade on it. And it started from there. They started using them at the Society of SCA, the Society of Creative Anachronisms. They started doing it, and then you started finding other groups, the ones that do fake battles. I forget what they're called. God, they do them here in the Springfield area. They do mock battles from the Middle Ages, and they go out there with the foam core swords. And it became very popular. And now they do them in film, started doing in film in the 90s for bladed weapons, were a lot of times rubber and or foam rubber. So that's what I wanted to tell you. Go ahead, Martin.
And,
LARPers, thank you, Monkey
that was a
Jeebus.
tribute to them because they were the
Hi, by the
landlord
way,
and
buddy.
lady of this pub that was the kind of the film was based on, really. Mine and Nick Frost's inability to leave it. 2 seconds is a returning motif in the movie. If you didn't already know that, why would you? That was a real fire extinguisher. It wasn't really.
Oh shit, that fires particles and
I love Lucy Davis's face there. I love Lucy Davis's face anyway, but she makes such a great little expression of enthusiasm when the first dart hits the zombie. I can't remember how we did those. I think we did whip pans and they were sort of already there. Definitely for the one in my head. Now, the pub was called the Winchester because of the gun. It wasn't named after any particular pub. We had to have it. We called it the Winchester because we needed to have a gun over the bar, which is why it's called the Winchester. There's a pub called the Winchester down one from the Boogaloo Knee, the Shepherds, and they often claim that we wrote the film about their pub and we didn't.
There you go.
And that was the last time we ever saw Steve the Stuntman. But he gave it his all. Thanks for watching. That was the Don't Stop Me Now sequence from Shaun of the Dead.
That was a great little video. A lot of information just about that one scene. I love it. And again, yeah, LARPers is the group that I was talking about. Some of them do the fantasy magical stuff, but the one here in town, they actually enact battles. And it's LARPing still, but it's not the magic one where it's like the kid throwing spells. It's just so weird. That became a meme. Remember that shit? That it was like in the early 2000s, the kid was caught doing that, throwing magic power at somebody. But anyway, Shaun of the Dead is like one of my favorite films. It's in my top 20 list of favorite films. The other two films are I would say in the 20s for Hot Fuzz, and in the early 30s, as I remember. I'm trying to remember. I'm looking at the piece of paper in my head because I made a list all the way up to my top 500 films of all time, and it is in the 30s. So, but I didn't think they were as good as Shaun of the Dead. Hot Fuzz, I fucking love that movie too.
Sequels, they're never as good as the first one.
But the thing is, they're not technically sequels. They have a lot of the same actors. They're in a different pocket universe kind of thing. And Nick likes to eat the same ice cream every film. So, but I'm a big fan of Edgar Wright, and I love his writing. I love his direction, and I like when he works with Simon Pegg. I think I don't know if we'll ever see any more because Simon Pegg, since he's become a JJ Alkalite, he seems to be really kind of Hollywood bound. But I hope he gets back to doing stuff with Nick Frost because they were best mates in real life. I'm hoping they still are. I love the movie Hot Fuzz. It's my second favorite.
To finish that.
Like I said, this film, Shaun of the Dead, is in my top 20, and the next one is in my top next 10, and then the At World's End is in the 30s. So Hot Fuzz is right in the 20s.
You need to choose this for fast, Richard.
You got to remember too, though, Redshirt, I have a lot of classic films on that list too.
It's a big list. It's a long list.
It's a huge list. I sat down one day because Josh Becker and I got into an argument. There's no fucking way you've seen more movies than me.
Okay.
And so I went, okay, I'm going to make a list of every movie I've ever seen that I remember. And so I would go through it. If I forgot something, I go to IMDb and look for certain periods. And like, yeah, I saw that movie. I saw that movie. And so I ended up going up, and it was over 5,000. And his movie list ends at about 5,000. And I was still going. I'm like, dude, I've seen way more movies than you. Now, the caveat to that is, and Animus says, it's not that you're watching a movie, because sometimes I listen to them as I'm working. But I do stop and turn and look at things when they get my attention. I'll stop doing what I'm doing and look at the film. So I did see some of it, but I still got the story. So technically, I saw the film. So, and a lot of artists. I'm not the only one. Nadia does that. She and I talked about that. And I've got another artist buddy that does that puts movies on when he's working. Can't put music on because it distracts me from work.
You're a musician. Of
Yeah.
course music would distract you.
I immediately want to start drumming or something else.
The problem with background music, either I listen to it and hear it, or I ignore it and I have no idea what's playing. I can't. It doesn't work otherwise. That's a musician's ears.
So, God, this is such a good film. And by the way, this Friday we're going to be talking about what we do in the shadows, not the movie, but the TV series. And I fucking love that show.
Me too.
And I say this, and I say this with absolute honesty. It is the only thing Taika Waititi has done that I actually really like. Was that one he did with Adolf being a kid's imaginary friend? It's a good film, but it's not a film I want to watch more than once. Don't want to own it. Don't want to see it again. But I enjoy the crap out of that TV show. And I saw the movie. I enjoyed the movie. I love the TV show. And absolutely my favorite character is Nandor.
Oh yeah. His favorite.
Fucking love that guy.
Yeah, until they turn him gay.
Yeah, that's it.
So,
Jojo. Yeah, when they did that with Guillermo, I was pissed. I'm like, he was such a great character. And then you had to say, well, he's gay in real life, so he has to play a gay character. That's what that is.
it's great as a character in itself. He doesn't need sexuality in a relationship.
Well, he was in love with a girl. He fell for this girl. And we
Which one?
had this thing. She was part of that society that are vampire hunters.
Which
No,
one
he
about the
wasn't in
amulet?
love
The
with her.
Daywalker.
And,
Oh, he was
and-
absolutely infatuated with her.
Oh,
Absolutely
no.
was.
and let
Yeah.
me tell you something.
Why
I've
he
been
fucking
binging that-
joined him? He was trying to be around her.
No, that was not the
This
reason.
is going to take forever now.
No. Okay.
That was
Martin.
not the reason.
Okay. I'm going to do that line from a movie. Okay, you're right. You always got to be right, Martin. We just saw the movie The Remains of the Day, and that's a great line between Anthony Hopkins and her. She's like, what's that smile on your face? She goes, I don't think it is. I think that you wouldn't make eye contact with her because she was so beautiful, and that's why you hired her. And he goes, of course you're right. You're always right. And walks away from her with a smile on his
She
face.
doesn't stand
And
it.
she's smiling too, because it's his way. He's flirting with her. He's actually, that's his attempt at flirting.
It's the only way he knows to do that.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a fun line. I like that movie. I think mine's gone. Yeah, drink all mine. So that's it. The Guinness is out. That means the show's over. What's that? The player. It looks like we're out of Cabothie, so at the end of the show.
Is Keith official too?
I don't know. Is he, Martin?
Don't know.
He did one last week. I know.
Has he said anything to you?
No.
Well, he may or may not have a show. We didn't have a show yesterday. And the reason why we're not doing repeats anymore, guys, is because YouTube can punish us for them. And they'll say that
They
you're
don't do that,
spamming.
yeah.
So I deleted all the past shows of repeats. And we're just, if someone can't do the show that day, the show doesn't get done. We're going to have an empty slot. And I don't like that, but tough titty, said the kitty. So, but let's see. I guess I'll say hi to everybody that's here. FKHC 2005, aka Tim. Snorta Poopas. Deleted scenes who's in here. Just Another Red Shirt. Penny. Space Waggle. Janatsky. D. Bud Martin. Shadows of the Raven. Or Shadow of the Raven. Kirby's 100. Connie Cleary. Abdulio.
Finally, he's back.
Let's see. Dark Woods Presents. Vakeman's Girl. Herman the Tosser. I love that name. You know, tosser just means jerk off, right?
Yes, you know.
Gwen Sandow Pottery, not to be mistaken with Gwen Spandau Ballet Pottery. Das Wolfen, Real Wade Nation, Awesome One, Zacharat 315, and Big Al Presents. Thanks for everybody being here. Deeply appreciated it. Down with the Corpo Overlords. What sucks? Oh, YouTube sucks.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's like if I could get away from them completely, I would do it. I will do it.
Because they hate creators.
And what are we doing next Wednesday? Are we doing Silver Bullet?
We don't have anything for next Wednesday.
Silver Bullet is what we're going to do.
Okay,
I could have sworn I set something up, but anyway. And when I say Silver Bullet, I don't mean this one. I mean the movie Silver Bullet, based off of the book Cycle of the Werewolf, which is a really good book by Stephen King, illustrated by Bernie Wrightson. It is a graphic novel or novella. It's a short story. And it's very good. And I thought they did a fairly good job on the film, save for the werewolf design is really bad. And I'm not the only one who said that. Dino De Laurentiis hated it. Told them to redo it, and they refused and didn't do it. And so we got stuck with a gigantic bear-headed fucking werewolf. That, by the way, the suit didn't work on the stuntman. So that is actually the actor playing the priest in the film. He actually is in the costume. So, yeah, because the stuntman couldn't fit in there. He couldn't fit in the suit. Oops. So, but I guess I should do this. Crap, I forgot to do this. So, Romper Stomper. Stomper do. Tell me who. I said all your fucking names, so that's it. So that's the end of that. So yeah, we're out of here. Martin, deleted scenes. You got anything you want to add? Deleted, where can people find you? Other than, a homeless shelter?
You're right.
Yeah,
Well, of course. I am Deleted Scenes. I do have a channel. The link is in the chat somewhere in both our chats. I am going to be joining Big Al Presents over on his channel for Films with Friends. We are going to be watching.
And once again, that's Big Al, not Big Gay Al. Big difference.
Right. And we are going to be watching the classic Universal film, The Black Cat from 1934. Karloff versus Lugosi. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that the film where Lugosi plays Karloff's sidekick? Sidekick. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
So, oh, that'll be good. I might try to catch that one because Black Cat was a good film. I like that one.
It is. Yeah.
Another Karloff favorite, Lugosi's not in it, is the grave robber film that he did. What was that called? It's based on Edgar Allan Poe's story. It's really good. It's good to see you, D-Bud. It's always good to see you, my friend. Again, D-Bud, the hardest working fucking what do they do? What are those guys called?
Mods.
Wrenches. Yeah, wrenches.
Wrenches. Yeah.
Those guys. Yeah, skinned alive, flayed alive.
Yeah.
That's right.
Nasty.
The hell of a nasty death. And Red Shirt, I'll be seeing you too, my friend. Be seeing you. We're going to get out of here. Martin, any last words?
Nope.
No.
What he really needs to say is fuck off.
Yeah, I was expecting you to say fuck you or something to me.
Nope.
No. I predicted it.
You know him well.
Nope.
All right, guys. We are out of here. Everybody have a good hump day. Remember, to properly have a good hump day, you have to at least hump one leg. It's just a fact.
I'm doing it right now.
Good.
Jesus Christ.
And then, of course, with Martin, there are only cats around me right now. I am not going to hump them. So we're out of here. And again, I want to remind
The
everyone.
following people are gay.
This episode brought to you by Sophie and Dennis